Things change.
Hi, everybody. This is Caroline Sotheby, and welcome to Up, Down, and Around Town. Okay, this is one of these programs that you might be interested in sitting down and maybe send us your information or your opinions. I've heard so much lately in the news about Macy's closing down, this store closing down, and it's like, wow, what's happening? So I got this gal. She became the volunteer whether she wanted to or not.
Answer the phone.
You answered the phone and said hello, and I said, okay. Anyway, you got Glowfish, and that's your business down on Biddle Avenue. You're involved with all the business people there, basically. I'm saying downtown area, but eventually we're going to get into the other ones that are down the stream, right?
Yep.
Because they're all part of the group now. And I had asked you, how's the city of Wyandotte business people doing? So,
Well, for myself, sales are down. I've talked to a friend that's out in California that has a similar store, and her numbers were down quite a bit as well. So it was, it's not that I'm doing something. I think just overall sales have been down. And I was just talking with Pam from Abundant Living, and we both are 11 years in Wyandotte. So we both started our business at the same time. And we, you know, I just saw, who did I see? Mikhail, that owns Traffic Jam, and she has been in business 37 years.
Yeah.
And I didn't talk to her about this, but Pam and I started, and our businesses kind of took off, and I think we thought they would keep doing it. And it may have been like an unrealistic goal for the economy. So I think what we're seeing is a little dip, and you know, eventually it'll come back up. So you just having like riding out those dips, which for us it's our first one. So
yeah.
we're newbies at it. So it's a little scary, but it's as a business owner, a small business owner, it's within our control to make changes where we see fit. So we talked a little bit about the SCORE meeting that took place last night at Biddle Hall. And Nicole Baker, who runs the Community Choice Credit Union, has really been a great champion in the city for absolutely, small businesses. We started, they call them something, but the first Thursday of every month, the businesses get together at Brooks Books at 8:30. I think we call it a community, I don't know, there's a fancy name for it, like a community meeting. But it's for business owners in Wyandotte, and to just kind of come up with ideas to bring more people in for shopping.
Right.
And so then we had SCORE come in, which provides mentors, one-on-one mentorship for free for small businesses.
Really? Yeah. So how do they help you?
I'll find out. But they came in and they had some examples where, you know, they can go over business plans. And in my ignorance, I was like, well, I already made a business plan to get my loan for the bank to start the business. And they're like, no, Vanessa, like people make business plans every year to grow their business. I was like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
So,
but at that point, you didn't need it because the initial step was already made and you were on the way.
right. But now, you know, I was just journaling this morning. Like, I'm in the maintenance phase, and that's not really exciting for me. I like the risky, let's start something new, and you know that there's a lot of excitement and energy that comes along with that. But now, like the maintenance part, I'm just, you know, like folding
That's
the
not the
laundry.
fun part.
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah, I need more. Like I need assistance or something.
Okay.
to do that, so I can start something else. But we'll see.
All right. But it's nice to know that you guys sort of had a plan the last couple months. You introduced your own business third Friday.
Yeah.
And then something on Saturday too.
So yeah, so Shop the Dot when we had that community meeting, all the businesses agreed that the community wanted third Fridays back. So we're trying to get events together and we have a calendar of events that should be on the Shop the Dot Facebook page. So every Friday, we're trying to make it exciting for people to come into all the different businesses. So this third Friday, the 17th, and I think we're almost sold out. They are $5 pre-sale at Glowfish Studios, or I think they're $8 online. If you go to the event on Facebook, it's called Spill the Tea. So it's a little bit of gossip and then tea. And the idea is we had these little cute pouches printed, and you get a tea strainer and a map. And then for $5, you go around the city, and each one of the places on the map will have one of the herbs for the tea blend.
Oh, really?
So you'll go in and get a scoop and put it in your bag, and then go to the next business. And that business will then have an opportunity to have new customers coming in where they can showcase their items and have a special or refreshment. So hopefully it'll be a ton of fun. And then February, I think it's the 8th. It's that Saturday. There's going to be a cocoa event. It's a tour de chocolate. And there's a couple businesses that are getting together, and you will go from store to store, and there'll be a chocolate that you'll be able to nibble on. And then February, I believe it's the 21st, is the third Friday in February, and Leah Stefanski at Biddle Hall is putting together that third Friday. We're kind of all taking
turns.
Yep, so no one gets burned out. And that's going to be corks and cocoa, or cocoa and corks, so kind of a wine and chocolate event.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's good because at least you're talking to one another. You're getting an idea what's happening with you, what sounds good, what can we do next, and instead of saying, okay, we're all together in this.
Yeah, it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's a community coming together. Last night was phenomenal to see everybody in the same room. And you were talking about working here for so many years, and when it was all the different shows, and it's like a family. You start knowing people more intimately, which makes it fun, which doesn't make it work. It's no longer maintenance at that point. It's fun.
Well, one good thing about that, you get an idea on this person's wares, so to speak. So if you have a customer that comes in to you and say, I've been looking at something, well, you know who you
Absolutely.
can say, hey, go down the block and this is the person there. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've printed, so a couple of the businesses have gotten together, and we made a little map with our businesses on it. So, because when someone, I'll have someone come in for crystals, because they hear about crystals, but they don't know that, we have the best card shop in town at Up and Down, or, Ham has all her Michigan goods, and Ann, if anybody comes in with rhinestones, I'm like, have you been to the Bling thing? So we had made a little map and put that, so we can kind of encourage and promote each other's businesses.
And it's nice, if the weather's nice, then everybody can go down there, and maybe you might not have the beer to go through, but you don't need that all the time.
No, that's this event's going to be tea, and quite a few people from the public have reached out and are appreciative that it's a non-alcoholic event. So,
well, you got to satisfy everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, when we were usually going through with the camera, I'd go down the block and get an idea, what businesses were down this block and that block. There have been a lot of changes, though. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned there was something that came up next to Cheryl Zemke's place.
Cheryl Zemke shop's phenomenal. I don't know if you've been in there, but she does some neat stuff, and there are some steals in that store. It's like thrifting, but not thrifting, but there's lots of little treasures to look through there. But it's where the Total Health used to be, that glass building.
Okay.
I can't quite remember, but I think it's called Ivy and Vine, and I think I don't know. I haven't spoken to those owners yet, but I think they were on Oak. I don't know if they're still on Oak. They had plants. I think they did a pop-up, and now it looks like there's a lot more clothes in there.
Okay.
So, yeah. There's that, and then Love It Again is always changing. They have a bunch of vendors inside. I was just in Total Health. What other new stores? Oh, and Stroh's.
Who?
Someone's going into Stroh's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's a coffee shop, and I don't know if they're going to have food or not.
Okay. So
I need
that's
to go up.
upcoming.
I need to walk the streets a little bit more, I guess. And maybe that doesn't sound right, but
Well, one other thing too that you guys sort of included, at least that I heard about, the other stores, not in Biddle area, but you had Knock on Wood, and Rich had gone and did like a 3-minute sequel with her to get an
good.
idea of what they do, and so how people can go in and do this and this. We wanted to get the gal from Brooks Bookstore.
Joanna.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I was talking to Pat Slack the other day, and because I mentioned to her that I saw on Facebook Devin Cillian, I said I didn't know he was in music, and he's a singer and piano and all this, and she's, oh yeah. But his wife is an artist, and she has sculptures that are in Pat Slack's place.
Cool.
So when he was retiring from, the news thing, she was included in the audience, and she got the big kick out of it.
Oh,
so I said, we were talking about Devin, and she said, well, yeah, he's got a band, he's got this, and I said, and are things people don't know about. And it was interesting. I says, it would be interesting to get him on the show, but he wouldn't want to go to the city of White to show.
No.
But, when you start talking to other people and you're getting information from here and here, and you say, wow, that's the reason I think I'm still sticking with this, because I'm nosy, and I get a lot of questions that I have to have answers.
There you go. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm curious too. Have you been to the new Luna Bar and Bistro?
No.
So Bruce and I went there, and they have some fantastic musicians.
Do they?
They had
Yeah.
a singer and piano player, and we sat right at the bar, so it was not too loud. It was lovely. Yeah.
Well, they had to take a different step, because once COVID time and stuff like that, once they closed down and the chef went and got his own place, I think that was their drawing there originally, because he used to be good. He'd go and talk to people, and you got to sample this and you got to sample that. That got a change and interchange between a customer and, hey, I'm back here and I have to find out what you like. And so I'm glad they got entertainment out to draw people in.
And it was excellent food, so we'll be
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they open late at night, or do they close
I don't
early
know.
though?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know the
something we'll have
hours.
to look
Yeah.
into.
They were open when we just, it's like a block from our house.
Yeah.
We just
Just so
wandered over.
happens that you get your exercise
I
before and
know.
after.
Yeah.
Oh, for some people that probably have no idea, what does Glowfish actually have in the store? I mean,
It's like the hardest question, Caroline.
yeah, I came into the store and I'm thinking, wow.
I know.
I
It's a
know.
lot. I see, because I wasn't a business owner, I probably made some mistakes. But they haven't been mistakes, because our
You
customers
don't know
love
unless you
us.
try it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
trying to maintain it is a little tedious. But we have toys, we have books, we have crystals, jewelry, we have novelty, we have scratch and sniff stickers that are amazing, socks, naughty socks. People love naughty socks. Love them. I remember first going to my first show, and Ann Rudzinski was my rep, and she's like, you got to get these socks. And it's like, has the F word on it. I'm like, I can't get those socks. My mom will be mad at me if I put these socks in my store. She's like, they're their #1 bestseller. So I was like,
Really?
fine, I'll buy the socks. Yeah, they're our #1 bestseller too. I mean, the other thing, we had cat backpacks, which hopefully I'll have in. Those sold so fast.
Really?
Yeah, they looked like little cats that were like attached to your back, and they were looking off to the side. They were amazing. But they sold, we put them on her website we shouldn't have done that because we had so few. So people are buying them off the website before we could take them off the floor. And then so people are coming in and we're like, well, someone just bought that on the website. And they're like, I'm not giving my cat back. So it was kind of, which was great. It's a great problem to have.
Yeah. We had talked about what you actually have to do, though, to find out what's the latest product. You go to the shows, and when you go there, what do you actually see? I mean, it's more something a future or back in time stuff.
Well, we did get, and we sold really well. I went with a friend this summer. We went to a trade show, and I bought giant squawking chickens that were glitter that were ridiculous. And we may have had a couple cocktails before we made this decision. And you took it and you squeeze it, and when you release it, it makes the most obnoxious screaming chicken noise ever. Sold out twice again. Got them in at Christmas time. Sold out. We had like a green and a red glitter one, and my staff put them in the Christmas section. They looked amazing. Gone like in a day. So that old new, I guess. We got mini Atari systems with a little joystick. We still have some in stock, but we sold out, and we got them in like right before Christmas, and sold out again of mini Atari. But so I need to meet with a SCORE mentor to help me get a plan together for purchasing. So that's something as a business owner, I need to not buy everything I like and maybe go in with a plan.
Well, apparently it's been working for you, though.
It has been, but like my husband last night, he's like, Vanessa, there's quite a lot of mystery bags, which means stuff isn't selling. But I think it's great. I think everything I buy is wonderful. So we'll put a lot of stuff in the mystery bags and and then if something doesn't sell, we immediately put it half off and we put it in our sale area. But the problem with Wyandotte is we don't have a lot of foot traffic. So my girlfriend that's in California, she has her sale area. She's the one that taught me. She's like, just put it 50% off. Don't waste your time marking it down 20 and like just get rid of it. If you don't want to rebuy it, don't spend any more time on it. So we'll put everything in our sale area and it doesn't move. Where her sale area, like people just come in and so she just has a lot more foot traffic. So that's something where like us as business owners getting together really want to try to find a way to get people to come in.
Up, down, and around down.
Yes. Everyone watching the show tonight can come shopping in downtown Wyandotte.
Well, when you think about it, Wyandotte's got practically everything except a shoe store. One time they had two or three.
I'm related somehow to Nick's boot shop.
What's her name? Blink Flink. She usually has some shoes in her place.
She does. And
Traffic Jam.
Tree has Birkenstocks now. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Traffic Jam, too. I mean, they had some
Traffic
like
Jam
heels.
probably has heels. Yeah, I would imagine for. Yeah, shoes are hard though. Like clothes are hard. We have a couple clothes, but I don't know how because it's style. And so talk about putting stuff on sale if you get spring in and then, there's a lot to owning a business that I didn't realize when we went into business.
But you learn.
You do learn. It's not boring, that's for sure. There's lots of hats you get to wear.
And like I said, we were talking about your son. He's usually goes with you, so that's a learning experience that not every kid has the privilege of being with,
Yeah. Last year was fun. We rented the most bizarre house ever. It was like a castle. It was not a castle. But the guy was a hoot. You can look for it up on VRBO. It was ridiculous. It had a trap door with a dungeon, and that's where Bruce slept because it only had a full bed, so Finn and I shared a bed. But this trap door went up with like a stick, and then there was a stairway, but then there was a hole in the floor. It was unique. There was like a turret with a place you could sleep upstairs, but it had leaked right before we got there, so the mattress was not a castle.
Okay.
But it looked like
All
one.
right.
It was fun. We got it mainly because Finn was coming with us for the first time, and we thought it would be, and it was. And there was a dog. The guy had a dog, so it made it extra special. But the Tucson Gem Show is fantastic. That's a ton of fun. And we've made a lot of, my girlfriend that's in California will meet up when we get there, and she was my mentor. So she was the one, we were going to be an art studio, and when she said, you're going to have people coming in, you need to have stuff to sell to them. I was like, okay. And so she took me to the first trade show, she took me to the first gem show, and really introduced me to all phenomenal people that, again, then also helped mentor me. So I was very, very lucky. So now I get to introduce Finn to all those people.
Okay. But look what you've gone through, the phases, the steps to get to where you are now. So like you said, you want another, help me out of maintenance. Just get somebody in and say, take care of it.
Yeah.
Okay, for somebody out there that's saying, hey, I've been thinking about going into business, would you recommend it or say no?
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it depends. Like, I don't do well with a boss. Like, it's just not gonna. And I am a hard worker when it's something I want to do. I can be very tenacious. I think if you're gonna open a business and you're excited about it and you have some tenacity, I 100% recommend it. And so we did art fairs. My girlfriend and I, we made jewelry, and we started with street fairs, but I had another friend, because I was going into teaching, and she had a side gig. She had photography, and she did photography for a living. And I asked, how did you do this? How did you do teaching and this? And she goes, I just got a business card. And this was when Vistaprint was like the only thing on the street. Now there's Canva is amazing, and you can design so much for free. But I recommend you make a business card.
Business card?
A business card. Just make a business card. Put it out there. Start handing them out. See what happens.
See what response you get.
Yeah. And think about it. If you're going to sell, like, what are you going to sell? So I had a girlfriend that wanted to start something new, and I said, okay, I've got $500. I'm going to give it to you. What's the exchange going to be? So what are you? You have to do something. You have to provide something for that exchange. So what's it going to be?
Okay.
Yeah.
So just in case somebody just zoomed in on us and said, what are they talking about? When are the third Fridays now? We're still thinking Monday. I mean, this month and next month.
Yeah. We have the whole year scheduled.
Okay.
So when we have little calendars, if you come into most of the shops in downtown Wyandotte, you can get we have little postcards that have all the theme for that month.
Okay.
This month is Spill the Tea. So there's a tea crawl involved. You have to pay for it. And then Leah is doing, it's a corks and cocoa, but she's getting I think it's $10, and you get a little silicone wine glass that has Shop the Dot on it, and you get marshmallows, and there'll be chocolate, and an event, something to get out in the town with your friends and go shopping.
That's good. And it's in the city, really, it's not June. It's all you people getting together, including the bookstore. And
Joanne at Brooks Books. So she's going to also, just because you're not part of the tea crawl doesn't mean you're not participating in Spill the Tea. So you might be having a tea, you might be serving tea, or you might be selling tea, or you might have a tea vendor setting up. So we're trying to have a theme for the month, and then those businesses can partake in different ways.
And that's great. And you guys are getting together at least once a month?
The first Thursday of every month, we meet at Brooks Books at 8:30 in the morning. If you're a business owner in Wyandotte, you're welcome to join us. I think there might be a brick and mortar stipulation, so you might have to have an existing business.
Okay.
And then we're doing the third Fridays, and then a couple of us are getting together and doing events on Saturdays. A couple, not every second. We used to do Shop the Dot. Used to do Shop second Saturdays, and we like those events because it's usually 12 to 4. You don't have to stay open late, and it's a little bit more conducive for shopping. But yeah, so and you can check Shop the Dot, the Facebook page, and the events will be posted there.
And they'll be there. Okay. So hoping people not only go to Amazon or the other stores, come on down to Wyandotte and see what you have. Like you said, with a lot of people before Christmas, they came to your place because of the variety of items that they had, and not only young, but older people. So that reminds me, when are you going to have the thing? What's that thing now with
Kendama.
What is
Our
it?
Kendama competition. It's Bruce just walked over to the DCA and reserved it. I think it's March or May. I can't remember.
March? You're gonna have
It's
to
usually March.
remind
but-
us.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
You guys, Rich has to come and film it. It's so cool.
I know.
That's really cool.
I went to it a couple of years ago, and this past year, as I was going down, driving the one street, and I said, oh, because I saw them practicing out in front in
Yeah.
the DCA. So I said,
They're
I
the
missed
top players in the world, so it's impressive whether you're into kendama or not. It's hard to not be intrigued by the dedication these fellas have to
And
the
you
sport.
still
There's a few
have-
girls, but it's mainly a
it. Yeah.
dude sport.
So you still have it going. That's great.
We do. Bruce just put a new order of some kendamas in, so yeah.
Hey, I got to thank you for coming. It's like she answered the phone, and I said, how about
I'm a
coming
sucker.
down?
And it's always good to see you.
Okay, take care.
Yeah,
See
you
you.
too.
And I hope you got some information out of this. We'll see you next time on Up, Down, and Around Town. Bye now.